a large portion of 2022, I had one question in mind. What is the best way to run a search campaign for e-commerce brands that generates consistent profits? And as we close 2022, I have come to an answer. Now, as you guys see here on my screen, I have searched up for a very simple search term, and we're going to be using the wrinkle niche as an example for this video. I have searched up best wrinkle remover cream. Right after we search up this specific keyword, from the left side, first of all, we see a bunch of different ads pop up, as we can see with this little connotation of which says ad. And if we scroll all the way down, this is where we see all those organic search results, but we are more interested in the search ads coming up. Of course, on the right side, we see all of those shopping ads coming up as well, but for this video, those are irrelevant. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and click on this first ad popping up to show you the new way, the new strategy even of running profitable search campaigns for your products. Right after we click on that specific link, we are taken to this information filled page right over here. Now, as a normal customer, if they were searching for this given product right here, even if we remove the word best, if they were searching for this given product, this first search result popping up, first of all, a normal person has little to no idea that this is an actual ad and a company is paying money for. But the second thing is, because this type of search ad is kind of inserting itself within the funnel for more information filled keywords, now the customers have the ability to actually read a little bit of different information and then make the right choice. But let's go over this landing page and understand why this kind of strategy is the new best way to run search campaigns. First of all, at the very top, they do a very quick introduction of what it actually means to get rid of those wrinkles without having to go through those expensive surgeries and save all the time, headache, and money from that procedure. But after they kind of introduce that scenario why it's better to purchase a specific cream which can do the same thing a facelift or a surgery would, that's when they actually start offering some kind of product selection. As we can see, this is the number one offered choice right here, which is something called Potent Lift. And then we go all the way down to number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on and so forth. So in total, there's 5 different products that are getting offered on this landing page. And of course, there's a few pros and cons for each one, but here's now the very interesting thing. First of all, the very interesting thing is that this specific landing page right over here, the one with a completely different URL compared to what's coming up as number 1, is actually associated with this number 1 cream here that they are offering. And in fact, it might be the same company actually offering this product, but they just have a completely separate URL and a completely separate landing page. But they are disguising it as if this is a full-on blog post and making it very informational, very educational, so that a normal customer actually has little to no idea that this company and this brand right here, they are actually the same exact thing. Now, this is a strategy that is working extremely well because I am also personally applying this same exact technique on some of the e-commerce brands which I'm handling. So for example, if we go on over to this Google Ads account right here, which is also in the beauty niche, and take a look at this specific campaign right here, which is currently running. As you can see, we have various different campaigns running, but if we rank it by the ROAS and look at this one, this is a generic campaign targeting only Australia and New Zealand. But if we now change this to about the last 180 days, we can see that within the last 180 days, this campaign has been running very, very profitably at a 3.35x ROAS when the break even for this brand is around a 1.5x, and it has generated over 6 figures in revenue. And the best part is it is applying the same exact strategy we just saw right here. So to kind of recap this strategy, the best strategic approach towards a search campaign in 2023 and onwards is to create a search campaign that is educational based with certain educational filled keywords like this one right here within the description, and direct that specific search campaign ad group towards a blog post instead of a collection page or instead of a product page. And the most important part, This blog post should not just be any type of random blog post. It should be an educational blog post talking about the top 5 products within your niche. And then this is when you insert your product as number 1 and your competitors as number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on and so forth. You could make this the top 5 best items within your niche, the top 10 best, etc., etc. It doesn't really matter how many you put there. The number one thing that you should remember is that your product should be number 1. And of course, we know that about 95% of the customers that read this will want to buy the best product, which is of course going to be the number 1 product. There will be a few people who end up buying your competitors' products, but that will be a very, very small minority compared to the whole. And this is just a very unique strategy and one that works because it is not a very normal way to approach search campaigns. I personally know because I have tested this amongst other types of search campaigns. Like as you can see right here, the second campaign is a generic search campaign going to only a specific collection and it's targeting the top 5 keywords. We can see that it's running at a 1.34x ROAS, whereas its competitor right here, the one targeting the blog post with the top 5 products, is running very, very profitably for a long period of time. So I have started to implement this strategy not only on this e-commerce brand, but also a lot of my other clients' e-commerce brands under my Google Ads agency, Your Marketing, which if you're currently doing $40,000 or more per month in revenue, you need a little bit of extra help scaling your e-commerce brand to the next level. Go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how we can possibly work together and make that happen. But give this strategy a try. Let me know down in the comment section how this works for you, or if you have any questions, and watch any of these 2 videos right in front of my face to take your e-commerce brand's journey to the next level.